And he's a long-time Will County Sheriff. He's an awesome guy. Don't forget that name. And always a backer of law enforcement, Dan Patlack. Hey, folks, just go read this cycle.
Morning, under cover of darkness, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, she capitulated to the mob and had this statue taken down. Now we have a saying in this country, Americans do not negotiate with terrorists. She does not negotiate with terrorists. She bows down to them. Now, I know that Antifa is here. They're out there. And they say they are fighting on behalf of Black Americans, people of color, and indigenous people. And if Antifa wants to go after statues and other symbols of people who were racist, might I suggest that they start with statues of Robert Byrd. Or they can go after statues of other members of the U.S. House and U.S. Senate who were confirmed member of the Klan, like Hugo Black, Theodore Bilbo, John Brown Gordon, Joseph Brown, Elmer David Davies, Clarence Morley, Bibb Graves, Clifford Walker, George Gordon, John Taylor Morgan, Edmund Pettus, John Morton, William L. Sanders, John Clinton Porter, or Benjamin F. Stapleton. How about those? Or they could go after the statues of presidents who had ties to the Klan or were Klan sympathizers, such as Woodrow Wilson, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, or Lyndon Baines Johnson. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. They all get a pass because they were Democrats. Yeah, I'll get to that part. Now, maybe Christopher Columbus statue would have been safe if he would have been a Democrat, right? Since they're not taking down any of the Democrat statues. Well, here's the problem. The Democrat Party wasn't formed until 322 years after Christopher Columbus died. But why let little pesky things like facts actually get in your way of a false narrative, right? Now, some of these Marxist fascists want to defund the police. Now, who is that going to hurt?
The black community.
Is it going to hurt the rich people, the politicians, or the elites? No, they have enough money to hire private security to keep them safe. But the rest of us, who are in the poor and middle class, we will be left defenseless. What people don't understand is that the police are the security team for the rest of us who cannot afford private security. That is why I say no to defunding the police and yes to defending the police. Now, I have had a number of young men and women in the 2nd District reach out to me because they have always dreamed of having a career in law enforcement so they can serve and protect their communities. And right now, they see their dreams vanishing before their eyes all because of Antifa. And I want to know, what gives Antifa the right to take away their dreams? But Antifa's not working alone. Have you heard of H.R. 5717? Well, it's a bill in the U.S. House right now, and it covers a lot of things, including a federal tax on all firearms and ammo. Some of you might not be ready for this, but they're calling for a 30% federal tax on all firearms and a 50% federal tax on all ammo. But that's not all, because that's just the federal tax. You still have state and local taxes. And as we know, here in Cook County, that's not good. I did the calculations. A $200 gun will cost you $305.50.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not get involved with anything the police are doing. Stand back and stay out of the way, please. If Antifa is stupid enough to take on Chicago PD, they deserve the ass kicking they get.
Amen.
So poor Antifa, the spoiled little baby brats that they are, you definitely need more cowbell because you ain't got enough for Chicago PD. Go home and go back to playing your video games in your mom's basement.
That's right. Okay. So will these taxes affect the wealthy people? No, they're going to make our Second Amendment right a privilege that we cannot even afford. And on top of it, they want to take away our security team, the police that are right out here, that are protecting us as we speak. Now, luckily, I have a 2A for all bill that will actually make the Second Amendment more accessible, not less. It states that if you're a low-income, law-abiding citizen who can pass a background check, we will give you a $200 voucher towards a firearm, ammo, stun gun, security system, or other personal protection device. And if you choose a firearm, we will also give you a voucher for 2 hours of range time every 90 days so that you can be trained and skilled to defend yourself. I really do pray that no one is ever in a situation where you need to defend yourself. But if you are, I want you to survive. Now, my opponent, Representative Robin Kelly, endorsed the cowardly mayor. And Robin Kelly also wants to strip you of your Second Amendment right to defend yourself, and she wants to defund the police, your security team. Do you think that she's actually working for the people of the 2nd District? No, she works for the rich old white men who fund her campaigns, like Michael Madigan, Michael Bloomberg, J.B. Pritzker, and Dick Durbin. And I have to wonder why Representative Kelly and the other Democrats want the poor and middle class unarmed and unprotected. What are their plans for us once we are left vulnerable to their whims? All we have to do is look at Venezuela, as the Venezuelan government is committing genocide against their defenseless population. Now, maybe some are willing to be silently led to their own demise, but I will not. That is why I defend the Second Amendment and I defend the police. Now, I do have a message for President Trump. Whatever you are planning to send to Chicago, send more. We are a city on fire with a feckless mayor and a feckless Democrat leaders who care more about bowing to the fascist terrorists than defending the very people who voted them into office. We need to defend the police, but I also think we need to defund the Democrat Party. You know, the party of racism, sexism, slavery, the Confederacy, Jim Crow, segregation, oppression, Japanese internment camps, Marxism, communism, fascism, and anarchy. So we need to defund the Democrats and defend our police, our security team. And I want to thank CPD for all they do and for being here to protect us today. We have your back. God bless America. God bless all of you. And God bless Chicago, because Lord knows we need it now more than ever. Thank you. And I would like to introduce a special guest who has a special message, I think. Mark Vargas.